Right, so we're going to be starting today with a generic warm-up because a lot of people tend to get out straight onto the golf course if they turned up late, woke up late and they're straight away hitting balls. We want to be doing something just to loosen up, get some blood flowing, but mainly for the joints as an injury prevention. So what I tend to start with is bottom of the body and just work the way up, just making sure that everything's nice and loose and limber. So if we can go with Niall, I'll be going as well, and then we can get a good example of a few things that we can do just to make sure everything's nice and loose. So I tend to start with just stepping forward, lunging and opening up the arms. Not a big lunge, just a nice sort of step. So it doesn't have to be that deep, just to about 45 degrees, spot on, opening up those arms. So you're getting the legs moving through the hips, you're getting the knees, the ankles moving, you're also getting those shoulders moving as well. What we can start to do is, instead of just going wide, we can go long, opening out in different ways with those shoulders. So just 5 or 6 on each side. We can stretch up to the sky, we can go down to the floor, just really open out through that chest, through those shoulders. A couple more. Excellent. And then as we come back in, we're going to be thinking about our hamstrings, because obviously playing golf, they're on extension quite a lot of the time. So what we want to do, we're just going to step forward and just swoop through. So again, we're bending through the hips, we're getting our waist moving, keeping that front leg straight, back leg bent, hands coming down to the floor, try and keep the chest and head up, swooping through. Nice and smooth, controlled. Bit of a dynamic warm up. The blood's starting to flow, but we're not getting tired or too warm, right? Yeah. Couple more. And then we're going to start to elongate the body. So what we're going to do is just go into a bit of a squat, not right the way down, just about 45 degrees, and then reaching up onto the toes to the sky. So down into that squat and reach. Again, about 5 or 6. Just to loosen up the body, make us nice and ready, limber up, ready for some exercise. Excellent. Relaxing back down, feet that golf distance, shoulder width apart. We're going to take one hand down to the side, right hand up into the sky, or the other way, and then just over to the side. Smooth and controlled, flow back. So we're looking at the lumbar joints of the spine now, so around here, opening up those joints, because again, as we get moving, we're going to want to make sure there's a nice, smooth movement, that synovial fluid between the joints. Couple more on each side. And then we're going to work onto our mid-spine, the thoracic region. So we're going to keep our hips facing forward. We're going to rotate through the shoulders. You can do it with a club if you want, or just our hands across the chest, and we're just going to rotate from one side to the other. Head follows those shoulders, but as you can see here, Niall's keeping his hips facing forward. And it's important to make sure that we do have that differentiation. So it's not about rotating everything round, because you can see the knee starts to twist. We don't want that. We want to keep the rotation through the torso. Good. A couple more on each side. And as we come back into neutral, we can drop the hands, and we're just going to work the neck a little bit. So we're just going to look over one shoulder, smooth and controlled over to the other. 3 or 4 on each side. And as we come back to neutral, we're going to take the ear to the shoulder. So just down to one side, down to the other. Stretching off, you might feel tighter on one side than another, in which case, just give it a little bit extra time. Stretch it off, make sure we're nice and loose. So as you can see, we've gone right from the bottom of the body, all the way up, through every single joint, through every bit of the spine, because that's where we're going to get that rotation, that movement, and hopefully with that core, the power when we're playing golf.